Hello, welcome back. We are back again talking about motorcycles.
It's calling me like the rainbow. It's calling me like the rainbow. The rainbow.
Today we're going to talk about the Royal Enfield Himalayan 450. I've completed 10,000 kilometers on it. We're going to delve into everything, all the nitty-gritty details of how it's been living with the Royal Enfield Himalayan 450 for the past 4 months since I've been owning this. So sit back, relax, grab your favorite drink. Let's get into it. So first we're going to put this motorcycle on different use cases that you will be putting it on. You know, different people will have different purposes why they buy this motorcycle. We have your commuters, the people who take it off-road, the people who do long distances on it, or the people who ride weekends and your spirited rides, right? So we'll be seeing how this motorcycle actually behaves in each of these scenarios. First, we'll talk about the commuting aspect of it. So we're going for a short commute now. I've got my Himalayan 450 parked right behind me. Beside that is the Activa 125 and the Duke 390 is parked in the garage. Something that I've noticed very recently is that whenever I want to go out and to do regular house chores, or to go out for a short commute to get something done, right, I find myself gravitating towards the Himalayan rather than the 390 Duke, which is right here. Which is funny because this is technically a lot more fun to be out on the road. It is lighter, which means it's a lot more manageable. Technically, it's a far more superior motorcycle to be riding out in the city, but I don't know, I take the Himalayan all the time. Maybe because it's new. I don't know. I used to have one more motorcycle, which is the X-Pulse. I sold the X-Pulse when I got the Himalayan, but when I was on the X-Pulse, when I had the X-Pulse, I used to take the X-Pulse all the time. Maybe because there's something with the adventure bikes or the dual sport or the off-road focused bikes in the city, a lot more fun, I guess. Let's go. So we are out and about right now. What is a football is doing in the middle of the road? So the Himalayan 450 is not a friendly motorcycle in the city or in riding in traffic, right? It is heavy, it is top heavy, it is long, it lacks a lot of low end torque, and it heats up, right? These are all the things that is going against the Himalayan when riding in traffic conditions such as this. The heft of the bike, the weight of the bike, you will really feel it when you are just going like this. If you want to stop a lot, or if you put the motorcycle in center stand and you want to take it off of the center stand or the side stand a lot, you will really feel the weight. And if you're going like this in stop and go traffic, you can really feel the weight of the motorcycle. And also if you want to take a lot of U-turns, right, at that time also you will feel the weight. Apart from that, if you're going 10, 15, 20 kilometers per hour, as soon as you start moving, you don't feel it all that much. It's okay, it's just like riding any other motorcycle. The lack of low end torque is very important because you have to constantly be on first or second gear. You have to constantly shift the motorcycle. You have to go between these gears a lot more because it lacks that. You cannot be lazy on the gear while shifting while riding this motorcycle also. And Another thing which I don't really like about this motorcycle is the heat. Now it started heating up, right? Which is sometimes can be annoying, because the heat, it doesn't heat up very quickly, but as soon as it heats up, it's unbearable. It's literally unbearable. The fan also doesn't come on as early as you would like. You know, I've ridden in the city in Chennai. I've ridden this bike in the city in Chennai with a pillion, and even the pillions who are sitting behind the motorcycle could really feel it, especially when you are not riding your riding gear, or you know, boots and pants and all of that. It's guaranteed that your legs will get fried, right? I really wish Royal Enfield fixes it, addresses it in the next iterations, in the coming iterations of this motorcycle. I have heard that people are using superior coolants like the engine ice coolant and all of that are getting a little more better results. I, for one, haven't tried it. I have to. There are, however, some things that are good about this motorcycle. Those are the height of the bike and the presence of it is better. It can be safer on the road. People will notice you when you are there. People will see you, and also you can see on top of cars, just like any tall adventure motorcycle, your expulses. You can see over the top of the car and see what's in front. That is a very good thing. Something that I really like. Where is your indicator? Come on, man. So these are all the things that I wanted to talk to you about this motorcycle. If you get some gap, it can go, right? And it is incredibly fun to ride in the city. I'm not saying that it's not, but there are better options out there to be riding in the city. I've ridden the Guerrilla 450 and was really impressed riding it in the city. If you park it somewhere, I'll show you. The chandi മാത്രം ഇങ്ങനെ പുറത്തോട്ട് തള്ളി നിൽക്കും. You see the butt sticking out of this? It's very long, man. It's a long motorcycle. What I wanted to tell you is that you have to be really careful and mindful when you are parking the motorcycle somewhere. So these are all the things that I would like to tell you about the Royal Enfield Himalayan. Royal Enfield Himalayan 450 in the city, in the urban setting. There is a trail that is running through this place. I guess I am don't know about it. We are riding with two of my friends, who are Sriraj and Aravind. So Sriraj is riding the Hero Expulse Rally, whereas Aravind is riding the Expulse standard variant. So we'll see how the Himalayan fare against both of these motorcycles here. They are definitely, both of the Expulses have the edge off-road. We'll see if I can keep up with them. Looking at me. See, this is an issue, that going off-road with the Himalayan, every time you hit the off-road, you have to turn off the ABS. This is a real pain in the ass. Look at that, they left. Every time you have to do it. Woo-hoo! Woo-hoo! Look at this place, my goodness. Awesome! Distance, keep distance. I couldn't even feel anything. My goodness, that was superb. എടാ 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 ഒന്നും പറ്റിയില്ല. That's one of the things with the X-Pulse, man. You can go all out on off-road conditions like this. Whereas me, have to be a little more careful. Because when you take a fall like this, it's a lot of money that you'll have to probably spend on this motorcycle. Whereas that is cheap. That is cheap. A couple of twists and turns and you're ready to go. എടാ അറിയാത്തതാ നമ്മൾ വന്നിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ കുഴപ്പമില്ല. ടെക്നിക്കല്ല, ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞ റോഡ് അറിയില്ല, ടെക്നിക്കും അറിയില്ല. Oh my goodness, Himalayan, my boy, I love you. Woohoo! Take a look at that. I'm gonna stop here for some time. You know, flowing trails like this, the Himalayan does it really good. It's very stable. I think it's more stable than the X-Pulse because it doesn't just jump around, move around all that much. But as soon as you get to a little more slow technical trails, right, it's a little more difficult to do it because that's when you actually feel the weight of the motorcycle. With a little bit more better tires, right, this will do a lot more in the dirt, I feel. One of the mirrors came loose. Oh man, had such an amazing time. I'll never forget this day. So we've almost finished riding this trail. The Himalayan, man, the Himalayan really surprised me. This is the first time I'm actually taking the Himalayan for a moderate level difficulty off-road. This is just a flowing trail. It was so much fun it was. So I'm not the most skilled off-road rider out there, so I have my limitations, but in capable hands I'm sure that the Himalayan 450 can do a lot more. And we were riding pretty hard, but none of the bolts, nothing have come loose. Everything is intact. So far no issues. The only reason why I'm not actually taking the motorcycle to a lot more harder and challenging, demanding trails is because I have a huge ride coming up very soon, so I don't want to wreck the motorcycle before that. You'll know about the ride pretty soon. I'll let you know about it in the coming videos. As you would have seen, there's just one thing that always bugs me, that the ABS, right? the ABS turns on every single time you turn off the bike and turn it back on. It will be on. The ABS will switch on automatically, and you can't switch the ABS off while on the move. I mean, I think that's some of the bigger bikes, even some of the bigger bikes don't have that feature, but I feel that's a bit of a faff. Thank you so much, Royal Enfield, for not giving a traction control on this motorcycle. 390 Adventure. Oh man, that would have been a disaster for sure. That's something that quickly came onto my mind after seeing both of them together, the Expulse and the Adventure. The what is it called? Himalayan 450. Is that the foot peg position on the Expulse? It's something that it not like it's center set, whereas on the Himalayan it's a little more rear set. Helps you to hold the position, and while you're standing up, you can grab onto the knees onto the tank a lot more easier, whereas you have to struggle a lot on the Expulse. Even after doing all the changes to my bike, after putting on the handlebar risers, I have tried everything on my Expulse when I had it. By saying that, if you are a person who's only looking to do rides like this, or if you want to go out there and do more challenging trails, probably you can go look at the Expulse, because it's a lot more, far more capable off-road than the Expulse. And how the Himalayan behaves on the twisties, actually really good. I love riding this on the twisties. I cannot say I'm the same when I had the Expulse, because it used to bounce around a lot. Look at it go. Despite having a long wheelbase, despite having softer suspension, despite having heavier weight, I feel this motorcycle is very sharp on the corners. Sometimes you'll even forget that it has got a 21-inch wheels, which is saying a lot. And also, I don't miss my 390 Duke while I'm on this and doing twisties like this. Woo! Hear that? Look how fast it changes directions. Wow! With the better tires on, I think you can absolutely take this motorcycle on a track and have a lot of fun. With your sports bike friends on the twisties, no problem at all. If you have a little bit of skill and control over the motorcycle, you can really keep up with them. If you are only going to try it on twisties and you like that adrenaline pumping through your veins, I guess a sports bike will be a better option. I'm not saying that you can't really do that on this. I'm just saying that it will do a better job. A sports bike or even an Adventure 390 for that matter can do a better job, I feel, on the road than this. But it just does exceptionally well on the twisty. Let me just tell you that. Yeah. That's everything I have to talk to you about riding this motorcycle fast on the twisties. Beautiful. Beautiful. Look at that. In all of the 10,000 kilometers I've covered on this motorcycle, touring is what I've done the most. You can check out my stories from the Nilgiris and Monsoon Karnataka series on the channel for more of those rides. The Himalayan 450 is truly built for long distances without causing discomfort. On the highways, it has just enough power to cruise comfortably between 110 to 130 kilometers per hour, and I've experienced little to no wind buffeting. There is some wind blast, of course, but it doesn't bother me all that much. I just wear earplugs to protect my ears, and honestly, I enjoy the wind on my face. If you don't like it, like, why are you even on a motorcycle? Seriously. As for the seat, I think the stock one is fine. I have seen people complain about it, but I believe you just need to give it some time to break in. You will get used to it, in my opinion. It's far better than some of the stock seats on other motorcycles. I also have the adventure saddle, but I would suggest only go for it if you truly feel like it is causing some serious discomfort. I'll dive into more details about the components in the next video. In my opinion, this motorcycle is perfect for two-up touring as well. There's plenty of space for the pillion to sit comfortably, and I've thoroughly enjoyed touring on it. I mean, I once rode around 600 kilometers while dealing with a viral fever. What more could you ask for? The large frontal area provides, great protection from the elements, which is a big plus on long rides. When it comes to adventure touring, I wouldn't choose another motorcycle over the Himalayan 450 if you're someone who loves to take detours off the beaten path. Across various situations, while there might be bikes that outperform the Himalayan in specific areas, this motorcycle is always a close second in everything. That's the strength of the new Himalayan 450. It does everything really well. It's a true all-rounder. In my opinion, it's the only motorcycle in the segment that truly lives up to the adventure name. Now, I know that I did not cover topics like mileage, surveys, and some of the issues I faced with the bike, but I'll be uploading another video very soon on this channel to talk about all of that. Otherwise, this video would be just way too long, I felt. So stay tuned for that. Until then, ride safe and see you on the next one. Goodbye.